Right.
First there was steam,
There's several steam.
then there was electrical power, then there was computing power, and now we're faced with the fourth industrial revolution, everyone, because everything's connected and a robot's going to eat your job. So that's about the message that came out of that talk by Ian Dowd on the fourth industrial revolution. I am mocking it slightly, but basically it's not the first person today who's been talking about job automation and the impact of this kind of inflection point or industrial revolution that we're having, or whatever you want to call it. I'd call it a meme, kind of the robots are going to eat our jobs meme that seems to be going on. Mike, tell me what you took away from that.
I think every presentation that we've been into so far has included that evolutionary set of steps one way or another. I think robots are taking away jobs that used to be there, but one of the pieces of information he said was children that are in school today, 65% of the jobs that they'll be doing don't even exist yet. Well, I know that that's true of my lifetime, in that the job that I'm doing now, that you and I are doing now, didn't even exist 5 years ago, and certainly not, well, a few years ago when I started work. So I think it's more of the same. I think there's a certain level of scaremongering about this stuff, but at the same time, we're always evolving, we're always changing. There are some commonalities, and that's around people, influencing, rapport, that real interpersonal stuff is getting more and more important, and yet technology, which no one's spoken about, by the way, is actually making it harder and harder for people to talk. How many people actually sit sort of this close on something at a business site like that? Yeah, go on. And actually communicate with each other? It doesn't happen. So technology is taking us away from it at a time that it becomes perhaps more important than ever.
Yeah, I think I'm trying not to become more and more cynical about this. I have to confess, there are certain reports and research reports that are doing the rounds that are the basis for many of these kind of presentations. And I would encourage anyone watching this to go and look at them for yourself and make some decisions based on what you see. I think the idea of automation is that basically anything that is task-based and has a kind of logical progression that we do in jobs currently can be automated. And I think that is actually a huge relief for a lot of people doing some grindingly dull work. So that could be really good. The issue for HR and for organisations is what comes next. What does that look like? How are you going to transition to a world where you could use technology to really do some interesting things for your business? Who's looking out for that in your organisation? How's that going to happen? These are the kind of issues that I think that everyone should be focusing on right now. I would encourage people just to look at some of this research, because it's cropping up here already. Like the same stuff is cropping up. We're only in I haven't got through day one yet, and I hear it in other conferences. So, yeah.
And I think we all need to be responsible for developing ourselves, and as businesses we need to make sure that we're developing our people for the job that is just around the corner. Who knows? Maybe the next time you watch this video, it might not be us. It might be a robot. Who knows?
May the force be with you.